So my name is Nathaniel Lee. I am 27 years old. I currently live in Stevens Point, Wisconsin. I have my bachelor's in sports management and Christian studies, and I also have my master's in business administration. I also went to high school in Stevens Point, Wisconsin, so locally here. We have an Asian grocery business here where we sell fresh produce, frozen items, canned goods, and candy. We also own a laundromat called Seahorse Laundromat right here, right next door, where you can come and do your laundry. And when you're hungry or want a snack, you can just come pop by over here. Or there is a restaurant right in front of our building called Mom Mai's Noodle if you want to dine in while you're waiting. The word success to me means achieving or accomplishing a goal that you set for yourself, whether they be small, big, or long or short. It's just going after it and knowing that you put it to your full efforts, and then that you did it with, I guess, 110% of that. One of my favorite successes, so I actually own a sneaker business called Hmong Kicks. I sell Yeezys, Jordans, all those limited sneakers like Off-Whites. I think when I think about that success, I think about how I traveled and how hard and how much hours I put into it, and just seeing how much potential I had within that. And that was like, wow, I can do it. I made it. Like, I didn't technically made it, but like I could see how far I can go if I put like my effort into it and make a goal and strive for that. Cause like I remember times where I would get up at 1 in the morning just waiting in line for shoes, or I would be grinding super hard just to make money like that. So, and then just making like all those different connections with people I thought I would never make connections with, and also just broadening my community, because I've always like kind of stayed sheltered to the people I know, but forcing myself to go out there and talking to different ethnicities, different cultures, and how people live and how people act. Like, I think that's like one of the greatest, like, experience-wise for success for me. Keys to that success, I would say, is just having grit and grind. Like, I take what I got from college, was having a lot of grit because you had papers and a bunch of assignments to do, and just lasting that long. And like I think that was like one of the keys to that. And also just seeing my parents run this business for over 20 years and seeing how hard they work and working alongside with them, and like them motivating me to saying, hey, like, we're first gen Hmong people. We came from Laos and Thailand when we were 5 or 6 years old, and like, look at us now. And I think that's like one of the beautiful things I see in my life and present in my life. And that's what motivates me to be successful and do things in life. I think one of the biggest challenges was like having the insecurity of, will I make it? Because we always had that thought of like being comfortable or find the most efficient way, or like just being more optimal. And I'm like, man, if I do this, then am I gonna be able to make it? And I think just being able just to believe and having other people affirm. I'm a person like that likes people to affirm. Or I like people to affirm what I'm thinking, but sometimes you just gotta take that risk and go for it. Like, I think about my parents again, where we lived in Georgia when I was born, and I moved here when I was 6. But my parents started a business here, not knowing what was going to happen. I think they made like $100 for like a whole month, and I think they took the challenge of like, hey, like, let's do it, let's keep grinding, and then that's what made me motivated to do that. So some of the challenges were also being in my comfort zone. You know, being in a small town like this, you know, you already know the community and everything like that, but like going out to bigger cities, driving to bigger cities, it's scary out there, I would say. Like, when I first went to the airport, I'm like, what am I doing? I got yelled at by TSA and everything like that. But after going through that experience, it's like, hey, it's not that bad, you know? So the future, I mean, no one knows, but I think what I see is me taking over this business here for my parents, having them slowly retire and just kind of enjoying life, and then having, I guess, more time to do what I want to do, because like I mentioned, I have my own sneaker business, but I can't make that full time because I'm busy here helping my parents as well. But if I could open up another shop and bring sneakers to like to people in this community who don't have that culture here. I think that's one of my goals. So I'm also a Christian, and one thing that's been like on my heart that I felt like God's been tugging on me was just making money and helping the community. Like it's not about just making money and having fun, but giving it back to people. And like I know there's a lot of like families here who don't have the nicest things or the best things, and or people who need help with medical bills. Like I just want to be able to sign like a $10,000 check and just help them, you know. And I think that's one of my main goals. I think when I went to school for business is just to be able to help and give back to the community. So some advices I can give to the next generation is don't be afraid. I know there are going to be a bunch of people telling you that you can't do it, you won't make it, or it's too much work, but like prove them wrong. Like my parents didn't believe me doing sneakers. They thought it was just all fun and games, but like there's a lot of good things out of sneakers and you make a lot of money. So I think, I know it's tough with the older generation and younger generation, the different like mindsets, but just go after it. Have a lot of grit, and also surround yourself with people who will build you up, not build you down. I know it's fun to have fun with those other people, and it's not bad to have fun, but definitely surround yourself with those who would build you up.